I have bad dreams a lot. Almost every night I have a bad dream about my cancer coming back, not being there for my kids. I am a mom. I teach preschool age, like 3 and 4-year-olds. First, it was just pains in my lower back and stuff like that. And then it progressed a little bit to where I was bleeding, just spotting, nothing crazy. Around October of 2024, the bleeding started getting worse. I was passing like really bad clots, and I was having to get blood transfusions because I was losing a lot of blood. My pain also got worse around then. I was constantly on high pain medicine, not just like over the counter. The end of November last year, I believe, I went to see a urologist because they believed that I had issues with my bladder and my kidneys and stuff like that. I had gotten misdiagnosed with kidney infections, UTIs, bladder diseases, all kinds of stuff. And he ended up saying nothing was wrong with those. I couldn't do anything else till January of 25 because my insurance. So in January of 25, I finally got to see my OB. They did my biopsy in the hospital because I have a very low pain tolerance, so they put me to sleep to do it. My mom came in the room and I asked her if she had talked to the doctor. She told me all he told her was it didn't look good. A week or so later is when he called me on the phone, and I was actually at work. I had to step out of my classroom and answer his call, and he told me that I in fact did have cancer. I'm really big on not getting emotional in front of people, so I just kind of sat there, kind of froze. The first thing that kind of went through my mind was just my kids. Like, what was I going to do? I wasn't very knowledgeable on HPV, period. When I had got told I had HPV when I had my second son in like 2018, the doctor wrote it off like it was fine, like it would handle itself, you know. He didn't tell me that I needed to do anything. When they told me that it was HPV positive cancer, if I would have known the two coincided, like, I think I would have took more precaution, got examined more often. My pain wouldn't have sat there so long. My OB and my wellness doctor, they both recommended the same doctor. So I was like, that doctor has to be pretty good if they're both recommending them. She did an exam, and that's when she brought me and my mom and my sister back in the room, and she told me the stage and like that it was 3B cervical cancer, and that I would need radiation and chemo because the way that this tumor was surrounding my whole cervix, there was no way to do surgery. The first phase, I went to chemo every Tuesday for 9 weeks. And at the same time, I was doing radiation 5 days a week for 25 treatments. The chemo, the very first one that I did, it took me out. I went to work the next day thinking I would be fine. I was on the ground, sick, laying on a pillow in my classroom. My boss had to come in there and tell me that I had to go home because I was trying to stay at work. It made me really tired, obviously. I live in a 2-story house. I couldn't get up my stairs. So my 12-year-old was very much the second mom of the house. She helped me because all the kids' rooms are upstairs. I could barely walk around my classroom without being out of breath. After that, those 2 treatments, I moved on to internal radiation. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Internal radiation is when I got really emotional. The 4th one, my medicine didn't take, so I didn't have any type of pain medicine or anything during the whole thing. So I cried that whole 4 hours. And when it was finally done, they took everything out, took my IV out. I went into the bathroom to change, and out of my arm, blood just went everywhere. The bathroom was covered. I was like, I need my mom. And then she came in there and she just hugged me and we both like cried. So right now they have me in remission every 6 weeks. I go in, I get my labs done. If they look good and it's safe to have my treatment, then I'll have my treatment that same day or the next day. The treatment makes my body hurt. They said that that's a side effect of it. Joint pain. I feel like I have arthritis. It hurts to open my toddler's cups. I have to get my daughter or my husband to do it a lot of the time. I also have been put into menopause. I'm 31 years old and I'm in menopause. I've never put myself first. It's been my kids, my husband, and then everybody else, and then myself. So I've kind of learned to put myself first. The friends that I lost, some of them we have reconciled and we are okay. I think a big thing was they thought it was personal that I wasn't showing up to their stuff because I wasn't feeling well. We've sat and talked and we've made up, and I let them know my thought process. At the same time, like, I felt like they should have understood anyways. Like, nobody wants to go through that, you know? My mom was literally there through the whole thing. My husband was there through the whole thing. I've learned how to treat my kids a little better. I was never a horrible mom, but I was very stern. This is our schedule, this is what we do, these are our chores. And I was kind of strict on my kids, like, a lot. And I've very much gotten off of that. Like, we still have our chores that my older ones help with, and we still have that kind of stuff, but if there's dishes in the sink, like, they can sit there. If the toys are on the floor, but whatever. Like, I've eased up on my kids a lot about stuff like that. Lana, she's my boss. She's also family, though. She helped through everything. She would come give me a hug randomly. My friends, Morgan, anytime that I couldn't make it back to pick up my kids after school after a treatment, she would bring them to my house for me. My friend Cheyenne threw a whole benefit for me. Raised a lot of money that covered a lot of medical bills and kept up with our bills at the house. I made a couple of new friends because I did post some stuff on social media, and strangers, I guess it popped up on their feed and they would comment, and this one girl was going through the exact same thing as me at the exact same time, and she was in a totally different state, and we started kind of just like talking each other through it. I don't really feel like I've survived yet until after remission, because they tell you that you're in remission for at least 3 years, that it could come back at any time. You're not really cured until after that 3-year mark. So right now I don't even really feel like a survivor. I opted out of ringing the bell until after my 3 years. It's still in my head all the time about if it comes back. If I think about, am I going to be able to work the next time? I've even thought about if I would actually do the treatment or not. I've gone back and forth because of how miserable I was during the treatment. So honestly, I don't know if I would do the treatment again. Emotionally, honestly, it's like a roller coaster. Like, one day I will look okay and you'll think, oh, she's better, and that doesn't mean anything, because 5 minutes later I could be in my bed crying in pain. Or most of the time you fake it, in front of people. I felt alone a lot. Even when I had people surrounding me, I felt alone, because nobody really knows what you're feeling or what you're going through, no matter how hard you explain it. The only thing that got me through was social media. If I posted anything, so many positive comments that would make me feel a lot better. People praying for me, and it just gave me a little boost of confidence that everything was going to be okay. So if there's nobody next to you, social media did literally make me feel like I had people surrounding me.
If you were moved by this story, we think you'll also enjoy this one, which we've queued up for you right here on your screen. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the patient story right here so that you can be notified about all of our recent uploads. Thank you for watching. You are not alone.